So I've been using this card reader for a very long time. This is for CF Express Type B. However, the gear I want to talk about is not this one. Although this one's from SanDisk, it's very reliable, super fast too. It never gets like heated and it never gets hot when I'm transferring file. Compared to the Pro Grade one that I used to use, I have upgraded to this card reader from PGY Tech. And you've probably seen this before. The very first time I saw this was from like an Instagram reel. However, at the time, they didn't have CF Express Type B or even A. It was just for SD cards and micro SD card. So I didn't really think too much into this until recently. Okay, maybe not that recent. It's been a couple months now that I found out that it came out with a CF Express Type B and A reader. You have to choose on the website or like on Amazon. But basically they came out with different versions of the card reader, which is amazing because that's exactly what I needed. A CF Express Type B reader, at the same time it holds SD cards, it reads SD cards too, and it's very easy to access to use this as well. It's not that much bigger compared to the one I used to use. And considering that this is only a card reader for CF Express Type B, like only, it doesn't read SD cards. This one from PGY Tech, you can use this to hold your memory cards and at the same time it reads your card. And super fast too, it's got like 10 gigabits per second read speed, I believe. And like comparing to this one, it's pretty much about the same time whenever I use this to transfer my files. And it's also in a very rugged case. It's even got a built-in USB-C cord, so I don't have to like use a separate cord to connect it to the reader and then connect it to like my phone or my computer while transferring file. Everything is just in this very rugged case. That is it, that's the footprint. And comparing to what I used to carry when I'm traveling or working, like the reader here, and then also this is like a sized down version already of the cards that I have. Whenever that I want to, put this in my bag or go somewhere else, I can now just carry this one thing instead of these two. So yeah, this is one of the camera gear that I wish I got sooner. Like, well, it wasn't really out exactly, but I wish they made this sooner. And maybe for the next iteration, I guess, could be, possibly, that maybe add like power bank into this thing. Might make it a little bigger, or, you know what's better? Instead of a power bank, maybe add a slot where you can slide SSD in here, so we can use this as a portable SSD drive. I think that'll come in handy. It doesn't have to include a SSD. It could be just a slot where we can insert any type of SSD that we want or need. But who knows? That's for later. As of now, I think this is great. So the next camera gear I want to talk about is also from PGY Tech. It's this Mentos pod. I had this for years, like 2-3 years now. And this has been my, just the go-to tabletop tripod. It does so much. And this pretty much lives in my backpack, like 100%. Every single time, whenever I go out, traveling, working, this is with me, because you never know when you need like an extra little sidekick, either for behind the scenes or if I want to vlog with this is also very capable. And on top of that, the plate that comes with this has this patent plate where it never comes out of your camera, like at the bottom of the camera. So it is just for safety reasons, obviously. And there's also, what I love about this is that there's also like a lock mechanism in front of this. So whenever you put your camera in here, you can lock it, and that it's very secure, it's not gonna come out. Now, this also comes with a phone mount at the bottom of the leg. Well, not the bottom, inside the leg, actually. Let me get this out, like right here. This phone mount also comes in handy once in a while, in a pinch, whenever I need it. It's also a very nice touch. And I guess the most magical thing about this tripod is that it has this clip or like hook, if you will, where you can really mount this tripod like anywhere you want. Because once you have your camera on this tripod, you can actually hook this on like a surface. I've done this way too many times in places that you really shouldn't hang your camera, but it just works very well and it's very stable. It's not that dangerous, I say. Although you do want to make sure that you have everything like in place before you leave it alone and start shooting. Once you know how to use this tripod, this is very capable, and you can get so many different angles, camera angles with this, and you can mount this like in many places. Now the very next camera gear that I wish I got sooner is wrist strap. I know you might be thinking, well, it's a wrist strap, whatever, but if you do a lot of photography, this is not exactly a video type of camera gear. So if you're into video, this might not apply to you, but this is great for photos. Now, I am not a strap person, if you know me. However, I still do keep one in my backpack just in case if I go to locations where they actually require you to have the camera straps. And that actually happened to me before, so I do not want to, encounter that again where I can't bring my camera because I don't have a camera strap. So that's why I still keep one, but I normally don't use it. I just hold on to my camera and start shooting everything in my hand. And especially for street photography, I usually just bring like a messenger bag, and with the camera, it's kind of like holding my hands like this all the time. Now, here comes a problem. The best camera is usually, the one you have with you. Everyone knows that, but they're usually in your bag or inside your pocket if you're carrying a Ricoh like this. Now, whenever the camera is inside your bag or in your pocket, it's not gonna do you justice because you're not gonna want to shoot. The best camera is actually in your hand, like when you're holding it. And I kind of learned it the hard way because I got too comfortable where, oh, I have a camera in my pocket and that means I'm carrying it, but that doesn't mean I'm shooting. That doesn't mean I'm creating. That doesn't mean I'm capturing moments that I normally would if the camera is in my hand. So I found a solution, and that is a camera strap. Like you can either get this one. This one's from Peak Design, or I think PGY Tech also started to make camera straps and wrist straps. So yeah, definitely look into that. Competition is good. Healthy competition, of course. As I said, the wrist strap is definitely one of the camera gear that I wish I got sooner because I'm 100% sure that I missed a lot of shots just because the camera is in a bag or in my pocket. It's just not in my hand, and I'm just too lazy to grab it out. I know, not an excuse, but this kind of helps, at least a little bit. So I like to think that this is one of the best gear that I have gotten ever since I got the Ricoh this combo, or with the Fujifilm, of course. This also works. Any compact camera. Now with the R5, it is a little big. Unless you have like a pancake or a small lens, the Nifty 50 1.8, then I guess that kind of fit with the wrist strap. Other than that, I feel like with the big lens on the R5, it's a little too much with the camera straps. It's gonna hurt the wrist. All right, let's move to the next camera gear, and that is a battery charger. Now this battery charger from Leno, I wish I got this sooner because it holds two batteries, it charges at the same time. Now there are many other battery chargers that does that. It's thinner and then it's lighter. But I personally do like this one better because it actually shows you how much battery you have left in this indicator out here. It also charges fairly fast compared to the battery charger comes with the camera. Now I actually have two of these. This one is just a battery charger. It holds two, and it also holds like a SD card. And the other one is a battery charger, but at the same time, it's a power bank. So normally I just keep this one with me, either in a bag or while I'm traveling. And the other one that has a power bank, I bring that on set to whenever I'm going out to shoot, because it has like a power bank in there. So you can either use the power bank to charge your phone, any kind of devices, and also your battery, camera battery, of course. And this one specifically, it's for Canon, and it comes with Sony batteries, Fujifilm batteries, so you have there are options. And one of the biggest reasons why I like to use this while traveling is because I can charge two batteries at the same time instead of just one with the battery charger comes with the camera. And this is obviously a lot more helpful while you're traveling. You can just leave the camera in here. You don't have to switch it out and put another battery on there to charge. I normally just leave this overnight, and then the next morning everything's set. And I guess one of the best part about this one is that it takes USB-C, which is the same cable that I use with most of my other gear. This way I don't have to bring extra cords and cables. Now, last but not least, this little tripod, well, this MagSafe tripod for your phone is from Peak Design, and I just absolutely love the design. This is one of the gear that I find myself using all the time, like almost every day, because I can use this to FaceTime my family, and whenever I need to grab like a quick shot or time lapse, I can do that. The tripod is also very stable. I can change the orientation of the phone very quickly as well. Now I do hope, I guess, in the second generation of this, could be a little lighter, maybe with the carbon fiber version. That will be amazing. Now the bow head, once you use this a lot, it kind of like, it's not as tight. That's when you can use this little tool behind the tripod to tighten the bow head to make it tight again, so it doesn't like just wobble around where your camera, your phone becomes unstable. I find that super useful. And the MagSafe on this tripod is just unmatched. It's just so reliable once you have everything set up here. Like, it's not going anywhere. I probably had this camera gear for the longest time compared to all the other camera gear that I showed you guys today. And until now, I'm still using this gear. So yeah, it saves a lot, I guess, because obviously I have a little gas problem. So there you have it. These are the camera gear that I wish I got sooner. And as a matter of fact, there are a couple more, and actually more than a couple more, that I would love to share. And let me know, like, if there's any camera gear that I just can't live without, that you feel like, oh my god, it's just amazing, it solves just so much problems while you're shooting. And I feel like oftentimes those are the kind where it just gets rid of the friction between you and while you're creating. I guess that's where my, like, where gas really kicks in. I'm like, oh my god, I should get this. It's gonna just fix my workflow. And it does. Obviously it does. But then there goes that never-ending cycle.